Welcome back to the Green Means Go channel. It's your host, me, and you know when Green Means goes full screen, it's about to get real. And it's about to get real. And I don't do a ton of editing anyway. I don't do a ton of clipping and fancying and overlays and effects. I've been pretty outspoken about where I fall in the YouTube category and how I feel about that type of content. But you're not getting it this video anyway. This is just going to be me expressing where I am in my own YouTube journey, content journey, and where I feel I fall in the grand scheme of sports betting content. Because that is my main fuss right now, my main gripe, my main issue. If you watched my video from earlier today where I made my upset picks of the week, I was trying to explain this phenomenon that I'm seeing unfold and trying to participate in, and I couldn't quite come up with the word for how I feel. And so maybe in this video I will find that word along the way. But the bottom line is I quit teaching going on 2 years ago, and I wanted to follow my passion, which was sports. And I had done well by sports betting, and I felt like I could bring something to the world, to the community, in a way that I did not see a ton of people doing. Because when you look at the sports betting world, it's people posting big slips. It's people selling a service, a Discord, something, affiliate link, whatever it may be. And I didn't want that to be who I was because, one, I don't believe in posting big slips. I don't think that helps anyone. All it does is create FOMO, which then turns around and sells a product, which I get is exactly what most sports betting content creators do. A lot of them lack their own ingenuity almost. I don't want to say that because there's a lot of very, very brilliant minds in the field, but a lot of them, the roadmap is very similar across the scope. Just look at whoever you follow in the sports betting content world. Do they sell something? Are they, are they making their money from doing what they say they do, or are they making their money from selling you picks on hoping to make you rich? So the bottom line is, I can't speak fully too. Like, I have affiliate leagues for OddsView, and I have worked with companies, and part of that is me keeping my head afloat and trying to diversify, if you will. My main gripe is growth. All right, and I get it's not overnight. I get that you're not gonna get the views you maybe want immediately, and you're not gonna see success immediately. But I'm learning by being online that the way to get success is to boast about big wins, is to promise people they can win a lot of money if they follow a very simple, foolproof plan. If you look across the space, if you look at how, and I don't want to call anybody out, right? Like, that's not my MO either. But most popular sports betting content creators are posting big slips. They're bragging about how much X dollars they won, and they are doing so to promote something, And here's the deal. Here's the kind of ironic, funny part. On Sunday, I am going to go live for OddsView and to talk about their EV page and their ARB page, and I'm going to do like a live stream. And I think that's cool, and I think that's awesome, and I love OddsView, and I love the platform. But somewhere inside of me, I don't feel good about it, right? And this is kind of the reason why I left SoBet, because if you don't know, SoBet is a platform that I was invited to participate in. You post a pick, post picks on there, and then everybody who's invited to come to SoBet also posts their picks, and then you pay $10 a month and you get access to everyone's picks. And I justified it as, well, they're getting a good service, right? They're not paying for picks. They're paying for a service. They're paying for a community. It's only $10 a month, right? And I just, like, the more I was on the platform, and again, there's nothing wrong with the platform. I have nothing wrong with SoBet at all, but I didn't feel right promoting picks. And part of it is the fun of sports betting, right? The entertainment factor is gone. By and large, get on social media. Are people who you follow in the sports betting world, are they having fun? Are they betting for entertainment, or are they betting for what they promise to be a financial incentive or gain? Now, there have been opportunities in the past, and I am a beneficiary of those financial opportunities. But I don't know if those financial opportunities, one, are going to be viable for the long term, because we've already seen them fall off with companies removing some of the free bet opportunities, with them nerfing sign up bonuses, with books adjusting lines faster, with OddsJam, OddsJam and some of these other things that provide odds. They're charging outrageous amounts of money, and the availability of the benefit, the lines are dying instantly, right? You see the EV community have blow up. Even people who do it recreationally and for fun talk about finding edges, and I get it. Like, you don't want to make a stupid bet. Like, I'm not sitting here trying to say the fun's gone, we should just be rattling off six legs parlays and having a good time. That's not the message. But the message is sports betting has gone full serious. And it should be taken with a level of responsibility. Again, hear me. I'm not saying to be a complete degenerate, but there just doesn't seem to be a middle ground. There's the complete degenerate content creators, and then there's the super obnoxious, I make $20,000 a month, and you could do it too if you sign up for this link, right? And so I don't know where this came from. It's something that I think about often, about who Green Means Go is, who I am in this space. And I just wonder if I need to pull back a little bit from the sports betting content. If I need to invest more time in just general sports content, opinions, rants, news, and you may be watching this like, no one wants to listen to you talk. And that's maybe accurate, right? But I don't know if anybody wants to listen to me talk about sports betting anyway, right? There are consistent people who come back and watch my videos, and will probably watch this video, and will probably comment something encouraging and helpful. And I, bottom of my heart, you do not understand how much I do appreciate that. But it's not easy. Bottom line, it's not easy to do whatever this is. And I think I have to look inward and say, man, I look at all these content creators and I think, man, they have it so easy. They get hundreds of thousands of views. They don't do any work. They make all this money. And so some of it is maybe envy, and some of it is greed, which I'm having to keep myself in check with. But the bottom line is, I don't know if I belong in the sports betting content community. I don't know if my personality matches what it takes to be successful in the sports betting content community. I hardly ever post winning slips. I hardly ever, tout services. I do from time to time, because I am trying to make a little bit of money, and YouTube ad revenue isn't fantastic, guys. Okay. On 1,000 views, I get $5. All right. So that's, there you go. Right. That's not paying my mortgage right now, by any means. So it's just like, I don't know what we do, where we go. And I don't want to give up, and I'm not saying I'm going to give up, and I'm going to constantly try to adapt and evolve. But I see it kind of as this vacuum that's sucking me down. And the more I'm sucked, the more I have to compromise who I am or who I want to be. And it doesn't feel right. It's like the way to make money in the sports betting world is the antithesis of who I am and why I started this channel. So part of me feels like the reason I left SoBet is kind of the reason I'm considering pulling off of sports betting content. This is not my breakup with the sports betting world, and I think there's ways that things can overlap. But I'm not going to, again, my NFL videos aren't going anywhere. I'm going to ride out the rest of the year. I guess what I'm trying to say is I feel like a failure, okay? I feel like I am not doing what everybody else is doing, and they're growing, and I'm like, another video with 300 views, and I should be thankful, and I am thankful, but it's just, I could go to therapy, perhaps. Maybe therapy is what we need to talk about. Maybe I need to seek out some therapy. But I just don't know if I align with my peers. How about that? I don't know if green means go butts up next to all the other content that's out there. And while standing out and being different in some capacity should be attractive, I think that the majority of people who bet sports like a certain personality. They like a certain level of bravado and confidence and arrogance. Like, people seek out that because there is trust in a guy who like if I'm watching someone who is full of themselves in some capacity, I trust them a little more that they're going to lead me to correct picks. Whereas I get on here and I'm like, hey guys, I'm doing the best I can. We might win, we might not, right? And I do think there are people who appreciate that honesty, but I don't know if that helps attract new viewers. Is what I'm saying. So, I think one step I need to take is getting off of social media in some way, which is stupid, because to grow on social media, you need to be active on social media. But I get on Twitter and it's just like constant slip after slip. I won all this money. Come join my Discord. Oh, I won this slip. Come join my Discord. Oh, I have this new AI powered most bestest extraterrestrial super mega 9,684,899 model that's going to guarantee you success if you pay me $15 a month. Hey, come join Odds Jam. It makes you all this money. I made $20,000. I've never lost a bet in my life. I win money. I always win bets. And it's just like, shut up. Shut up. And maybe they won't shut up. I got to shut it up myself. Happy Friday. So there you go. I don't know what the future is. What do I want my future to be? Maybe is the question. I want to create sports content that people want to watch, that people enjoy watching, that when I drop a video, people say, Green Means Go just dropped one. We got to watch it. We got to stop everything we're doing because he's going to say something. I want to soak it up, right? Like, that's what I want to do, okay? I've been sitting on ideas that aren't sports betting ideas, but again, this goes back into the YouTube algorithm, right? I fear sometimes making a video because what if it's not good? What if it flops? What if the algorithm doesn't recommend it? What if it kills my channel? What if it, like that's not a good headspace. How am I going to be creative when before I even put pen to paper, I'm doubting it because of I'm going to do 6-7 hours of work. I'm going to put it out there for nothing, right? And I get that that's how you have to, that's the risk about it, okay? Like, I can acknowledge my privilege. Like, I don't have a job. I get to stay at home with my kid. Like, my bills are paid. My wife, like, I have it. Like, again, I hate the bragging of the Twitter sports betting world, but I acknowledge that my setup is pretty good, and there are people who are envious of my setup, right? And I'm thankful for it. And I want to be self-aware enough to understand that, like, dude, you have it pretty good, right? And I'm not saying that to brag. I'm just trying to acknowledge that I'm not being ignorant to the fact that I should be thankful for my blessings, which I am. But, it's this spiral of not feeling like I'm making the best content, scared to make different content because was it going to do to the algorithm and the like. So, can you put some numbers down in the comments for the therapist, please? I might need those. So here's what we're going to do. I don't know what we're going to do. I am going to continue chugging along. And me chugging along may look different. It may be that we do less sports betting videos. It may be that we do more generic sports content. I don't know what it is. But something doesn't feel good. Like, just recently there's been a shift. And again, maybe it's the upcoming stream for OddsView, right? Maybe I have walked into it. And it feels so dumb because, you know, if I convert people to that service, I get paid. And there's something so intriguing about that. But there's something so you're like everybody else about that. And I don't want that. And I understand it comes with the territory and you can't beat them, join them. Like, don't think those things aren't, oh, I'm not aware of those things. I get that. But it just is touty. And I don't want to be touty. Now, if we want to get into the intricacies, if you're still if somehow you have managed to watch all 15 minutes of this and you've been locked in, what get a life, brother, sister, get a life. Thank you. OddsView can help you make money. It's a great service. It's an affordable service if you're doing this a lot, right? So it's like I don't feel like I'm scamming anybody by it, but there's a chance that people pay a monthly fee and lose money. And the blood's on my hands. It's not, but that's how I view it. And that's hard, right? Like I would love for there to be a product that guarantees something. Like why doesn't Little Caesars reach out to me? Say, hey, we want to sponsor your channel. You talk about your extra most bestest pick of the week and we'll give you some money. And some people can have some pizza and everybody's happy, right? I guess I got to keep grinding for a traditional sponsorship. I hate it. I just don't like affiliate links. I hate people preaching at me to buy something. I'll buy something if I want to buy something. Which I guess they can decide if they want to buy it after the stream. I digress. Maybe I shouldn't I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. So yeah. Whew. We're getting dark. Green means go. Getting dark on a Friday afternoon. Like I'm worried to post this video for a lot of reasons. I'm worried to post this video because I just posted a video, right? And someone told me this week, hey, if you post 2 videos back to back, it confuses the algorithm. What? Why is that a thing? The more content you make, the worse it is because you're going to confuse the robots who are running that's annoying. I'm going to post it right away. I don't care. All right. I should probably have lunch. I'm going to shut this off. I'm going to take a deep breath. I'm going to reflect a little bit. And I'm going to eat some lunch. We're going to figure out what the future of Green Means Go is. And hopefully in 5 years, I can come back to this video and I can say, he stayed true to himself. He made the content he wanted to make. He worked hard. And it all came together. And maybe that's the moral. We'll see you next time.